Glad to be here again on another valuable video on money, business, and investing. Make sure if you're new to our community, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, write it in the comment section. I'm going to come back and we're going to have a dialogue on any question that anyone puts down. And make sure you go to our website, get our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, because it's going to help you build your asset column with real assets that will produce passive income and true wealth, sometimes capital gains income too. Okay, so we're going to recap today on what we have been talking about this week. We're doing a 30-day challenge and we're going to keep that going the entire year. Okay, so every 24 hours, every 48 hours, we're posting a live stream with financial education to help you start taking massive action towards your wealth and begin to work smart instead of hard. And yes, we have to put in the time to learn something new. So you can call that hard work if you like at the beginning, because you have to sit down, have some discipline, and follow steps towards building or acquiring the first asset on your asset column. Okay, so the ebook that I'm recommending for you to go get on our website, link in the description, is going to show you exactly what are those steps for you to take advantage of them and execute in your life to have results. You have to hold the end of your bargain. You have to turn the information that you're getting and you're investing on into knowledge. And the only way to do that is by applying it in our lives. So today's theme is going to be, what are the levels of investors? So we're going to talk about that. But before I get into that, I want to recap to piggyback on what we were talking about all this week. Okay, which everything is important to build our wealth. So we know that today money and how money works. What is money today is a currency, is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free, and that's what we encourage our partners and any of our associates at Master Investor to build passive income and true wealth with good debt. Basically, there are two types of debt. Debt that puts money into our pocket and makes us wealthy, and it gets paid on its own because it's being paid with the asset which the debt was used to acquire the asset. That asset is paying the debt back, the mortgage, the payment of that loan, and it's also leaving us with positive cash flow. That type of debt is good debt. Bad debt, on the other hand, is the type of debt that takes money away from our pocket. And there's nothing wrong if you like to have a luxury that will take money away from your pocket and you like to experience that, right? We always say live above our means. Here at Master Investor, we never will tell you or recommend you to shrink. We actually want you to improve your asset column with real assets so that you can get whatever you want. So if you want something of luxury, first we need to look at the financial statement and decide whether we have an asset, how we're going to acquire an asset to pay for that liability, for that bad debt. Okay, so understand the difference between assets and liabilities, and also begin to understand why when we're building a company, we are not just building a company, we're building a brand, because a brand has intrinsic value. Basically, it means that the business has integrity, which means is complete and is profitable and expendable. So we want to have a business that serve the masses with a product and service on autopilot through systems that are working hard to fulfill the market need with the product and the service that we are promising to deliver to them. And when we raise capital, because the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital, and the job number one of an investor is to make money work hard. That's why we don't work at a job, because our money is working hard. So you have to really engage in understanding how money works. You must talk about money all the time with whoever you are if you truly want to become wealthy, because we have to truly build that environment that will help us grow every single day in regards to our asset column, in order to experience more freedom, because that is how we achieve freedom. And financial freedom is through assets that we control on our asset column. And the key word here is control. We must control them. 100%, and we must measure return on investment based on passive income instead of cash flow. Instead of capital gains income. We must measure it with cash flow, because those are facts. Those are what's happening right now. This business is making this much every single day, every single month. The last year, this is how much it made. We can see that those are facts. So we want to base our return on investment, whatever investment we're making, we need to measure a return on investment on facts, basically on passive income, okay, or cash flow. And then stay away from measuring it with capital gains, because those are speculations and future events that might never happen. So sometimes capital gains can be measured properly and with facts, but majority of them are measured with future events of the hope that that will happen, then we will get this gain. So it's important to view your investment, whatever you're analyzing in front of you, whether it's a real estate property, a business, okay, what is the type of asset that you would like to control. And if you're starting now and you don't have any assets and you're saying, well, real estate is something that you would like to get into, but you need to have more knowledge in that, and you would like to get something right now that you have, it depends on your situation, because if you have credit and you can get a house, you can turn that into an Airbnb. Or if you can get a car, you go and lease a car, an electric car, a Tesla or something, and you put it on Turo, and now you charge $500 to rent that car every day. The payment is going to be like $1,000. So you now have an asset that is producing you passive income. So you can actually use the resources that you have available right now to leverage yourself to wealth by using other people's money. But you need to have the financial education to know how to do this. So my recommendation is that invest in your financial education, get the ebook, okay? It's a fraction of what you waste or pay at Starbucks every week, okay? And the more the price goes up on that digital course that has the ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, the more assets we add, it's going to go up. So you get in for a bargain today. However, when you get in today, you will always have access to all the other assets that we're putting into that one asset. So go over there right now, link in the description, and get the ebook. It's going to help you understand what is money. And even though we already know, if you've been watching all the live streams, it's going to give you in more detail of how we can build wealth and passive income right now. The steps are laid out. Over 500 pages of financial literacy, 49 chapters, and you're going to really love the volume due to the fact of the actions that will help you make in your life regarding finances. So it's the stuff that we're doing here, and it's working for us and our partners, and also our mentors and everybody that's associated with building wealth in our company. So our mission at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We're looking for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. And I think it's important that we begin to invest today, right? And the first step, if you want to take control of your finances, is to really understand financial education and have that in you. Because now you're in power and you're making the decisions of finances. You're applying the knowledge that you acquire, financial knowledge, into your life. And you now have a company, you're building a brand, you're acquiring your first asset. If you want to start out online, you can tap into other people's products and market that for them using systems. Always think of you putting yourself out of the equation. How can I launch this and can watch it bring in more money? And today we have systems online that can literally help us do that. 3 steps to building wealth online right now. Have a capture page. Do you have a capture page or a landing page? And I'm going to show you exactly in that ebook what that is. Go to the link in the description if you like to start building your asset column today. Okay, so a capture page basically collects the emails of individuals who are interested in buying a certain product, or interested in knowing more about a product or service, or maybe interested about knowing more of information of their issue that they have, and they want to find solutions. Because online there are 2 types of people. the ones that are there for the information, and the second type is the ones that are looking for the solution and ready to buy. Today, information is key. We talked about that a few days ago, right? We need to have the insider information, and legally, we're talking about private companies, which we are a private company, and you're going to be a private company if you don't have an entity, and so you're going to make decisions based on your own and the information that you have by putting a deal together. So the closer we are to the deal, the better we will control and collect the most positive cash flow and get to infinite return on investment when we raise the entire capital, or we recoup the capital back that we initially invested. From that point forward, even though we control the asset, we still receive positive cash flow. That is literally infinite return on investment. That's what all the people around us are looking for. Okay, everybody that's connected with our company, we are literally helping them get to infinite return on investment, because that's what they're looking for. It's basically have money for nothing in the deal and be able to actually collect on that passive income. Okay, control the asset. So we need to work on the asset column, and so that's why we here created rule number one of the community, which is we work to build passive income and build and create passive income. We work to build passive income and make money work hard. Why? Because working to build passive income, that is what a wealthy entrepreneur does. It's acquiring or building a business that is going to run on its own. Okay, and then making money work hard. That's what an inside investor does. The master investor or a master investor. That's what it does, right? It's someone that puts the money to work. Whether it's a small amount, right? It all depends on who you are and what's the standard of living that you like to live. So just think of your own path towards financial freedom. How much is your living expense right now? How much do an asset would need to make in order for you to be able to say is replacing my entire, your entire earned income that you have from a job or a salary? From the left side of the cash flow circle, you like to go to the right side of the cash flow circle, because there you'll find financial freedom, you'll find total freedom and true wealth. Okay, and that's what we're doing it for, freedom, because we have more options available, and then we have the funds to actually to actually um, to actually manifest anything that we want, because money is very important, is super important. It's as important as water and oxygen on this lifetime, because we're using it for everything basically. And there's a study done in the United States, and I think this is a study done around the world online, and they said that people are more happy when they have money, and of course because it allows them to manifest faster the things that we want to experience. So when we create something and we actually manifest it, that experience is amazing. So that's what we're going for, right? The freedom. So understand, what is your living expense today, right? What are the plans for the next week? How are we going to execute a plan of action that, of course, is going to be is dual, mechanical, and boring? So we have to stick to it. Pick a formula to wealth and begin to build the asset column. What's going to be your first asset? Okay, we have to write down a list of what is going to be the first cash flowing asset that you're going to either build or acquire. Online, you can get started right now. You get the ebook, right? And the step two is having an email autoresponder. I said step one is having a landing page, so I can go back to that. Step two, and basically have a landing page offering a solution or educational information towards the visitor of that live website. How long does it take to create a landing page? Today, with the systems that we have, and I'll mention one right now, less than 5 minutes, they're already created. And it's basically dropping the message that we want to have there, a link to whatever product or service or blog or information. Maybe it's a video that we want to share with them. Maybe So, yeah, my microphone died, so now, okay, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna have to turn this off and go back again live because the microphone turned off. So I don't know how long I was talking for before I found out that it turned off. So this video might, when people get to the part where the silence, they were not going to skip to see if it's maybe not, maybe yes. So let me just turn it back on. I'll be back live in just a minute, and we continue talking about it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave this live stream to be able to replay, but I just want to cut it so we start a new, fresh live stream and finish talking about the different levels of investors that exist and other points that I want to make before we go to our other platforms. I'll talk to you soon.